the appearance of something magical or paranormal happening. We know that there are rational explanations for those tricks. What is more interesting are his performance of mentalism, where he appears to read people's minds. Is he really doing it? Or are those also only tricks? Well, it depends. Sometimes Blaine uses tech.
You guys are missing this. He's eating my glass. The boyfriend I always wanted.
You want me to make a rabbit appear out of your purse?
Preferably rabbit, bunny, Shetland pony.
Well, actually...
That wasn't it. My purse, oh my God. Finally, you got a big laugh out of me.
In this trick, David Blaine takes Katy Perry's purse and promises he will pull the bunny out of it. He reaches into the purse and pulls out an alligator. Talk about a surprise. The alligator was hidden under the table. It was probably put there by a member of Blaine's team before the filming began. Blaine then conceals Katy's wheel with the purse while pulling the alligator from behind the table, making it look like he is pulling it out of the purse. The camera is positioned in just the right way, so this isn't visible to the TV audience either. It's really quite a simple trick, but made more powerful by the element of surprise. Blaine says he will pull out a bunny, and you are expecting a bunny, but then suddenly an alligator appears.
It shoots 22 caliber bullets. It's very accurate. It's used in the Olympics. I have a mouth guard that I'm going to put in, and then I have a metal cup that I'm going to put in. So he basically just has to hit neighborhood of 20.
Bill, are you ready?
Ready.
David, are you still ready? Proceed.
Should we do the shot?
Ready.
Ready.
David, are you still ready? Proceed.
In this crazy trick, David Blaine has someone shoot a bullet in his mouth with a 22 caliber rifle. Blaine has a cup in his mouth, so he doesn't need to actually catch the bullet with his teeth, as some magicians do. The shooter just has to hit the cup and not shoot David in the face. When both the shooter and Blaine signal that they are ready, the shooter presses the trigger. We hear a loud noise and the bullet lands straight into the cup in David's mouth. We can then see the whole thing in slow motion. You are probably wondering, did he really do that, or was it some sort of a trick? Is it really possible to catch a bullet using a simple mouthpiece? After all, the slow motion videos look really convincing. As usual, it was a trick. TV producers don't really let people do dangerous things like that. They would never allow Blaine to risk his life for something like this. Also, while Blaine is a pretty crazy guy, he's not stupid. He knows he can get the same effect in a much easier way. So, if it was just a trick, how was it done? It has less to do with physical skill and accuracy and more with clever gimmicks and some video editing. When you see Blaine catching the bullet in real time, there is actually no bullet being shot. The sound of shooting is artificially created. The cup in David's mouth is actually a gimmick which, when triggered, vibrates a little bit and then lets out some smoke to create the illusion of a bullet hitting the cup. Trust me, that is no ordinary cup.
Kind of
David Blaine performed this mind-blowing trick for Drake, Steph Curry, Dave Chappelle and other spectators. He appears to produce live frogs out of his mouth. Many times during the trick, Blaine asks people around him to make sure that his mouth is empty. And even after everybody sees that his mouth is completely empty, he just keeps on producing new frogs. It is an amazing performance. People around Blaine can't believe their eyes as he spits out one frog after another. We often say that there is no magic, only tricks. However, this one wasn't really a trick. Of course, it wasn't magic either. Nothing supernatural or paranormal happened. We just saw a really determined magician do something really crazy to create an amazing performance. We see no other possible explanation. Before the filming began, Blaine had to swallow those frogs. It's not clear where exactly the frogs were or how he got them back up. He probably used some sort of bag containing the frogs which he could slide deep into his throat. The retrieval mechanism for the frogs remains a mystery. He probably had a high-tech solution to deal with that part. There is no way he could use sleight of hand for this. We studied the video in detail and the frogs clearly come out of his mouth.
Put him back where he came from.
Thank you, guys.
Look, can you see? I can tie him just by flicking them. Here, look. I'll just move it so you can see them sort of. See how they kind of just flick themselves into.
In this fun little trick, David Blaine ties his shoelaces just by shaking his leg. Not one of his greatest achievements, but the kids seem to be impressed. This trick requires a little preparation but is well worth it.
He's either got ants in his pants or is inventing a new dance move.
You will need a fake shoelace which should, partly covered by your trousers, create an impression of your shoelaces being untied. You should be able to quickly hide the fake shoelace from the eyes of the audience. You can achieve that by tying a thread to the center of the shoelace. Just place the thread down your trouser leg. You then hold the other end of the thread in your hand and pull it when you want to hide the fake shoelace. The real shoelaces are tied the whole time but hidden behind your trouser leg. You uncover them by shaking your leg. So when performing this trick, just start shaking your leg. Pull up the fake shoelace and be sure to make the real shoelaces visible. If you find this explanation hard to understand, here is a video that shows exactly how to do it.
Really clips it to his belt. The string, seen here, runs inside his pant leg so that the untied lace sticks out, while the tied lace is concealed by his pants. He is tying the lace magically. All he's really doing is allowing the keyring to retract, pulling the untied lace. He presses a release and the lace shoots up inside his pants.